Welcome to the Medical Device Made Easy podcast. Here is Munir Lazouzi from easymedicaldevice.com, and today we'll start the June 2024 regulatory update. So let's go. But first, before to start, so let's hear about our sponsor Medboard. So who is Medboard?
Medboard, the regulatory research and intelligence platform, is focused on solving the problem with increasing news and data and new requirements as regulatory intelligence, post-market surveillance, clinical literature review, and many more. We are making trusted medtech information and data more accessible, creating the largest information portal search and the best tools for review, intelligence, and portfolio management. We are already changing people's lives like you by reducing tedious manual and repetitive work or saving much time. Contact us at medboard.com to learn more about us and do a free trial.
Okay, our first topic will be the date that everybody was waiting for, the 26th of May 2024. So we passed it finally. Was there a catastrophe? Not for the moment. I haven't heard anything, no complaints, no bug or whatever. So yeah, so let's see mainly in the future if there is any comments about that. So we had two countries, so France and Netherlands, that mentioned that or made some comments about it. But mainly for those that don't know, the 26th of May 2024 was a date that was announced a long time ago. That normally it should have been the end of the MDD and AI MDD for medical devices, and also IVDD. But finally no, because there was an extension. But it is mainly the date where no more you cannot anymore, if I can say, look for the MDD or IVDD, the certificate or AI MDD, if you don't have an agreement with a notified body. So it means that you should first have an agreement with notified body, and then if you have the agreement with notified body under MDR, then you can move to the next phase, which means that mainly you can benefit of an extension of the transition period until the 31st of December 2027 and 31st of December 2028, depending on your classification. So, but yeah, we finally arrived to the date. No catastrophe for the moment. We'll hear about that maybe in few weeks for the moment. Okay. Second topic, we talked about that also. Another proposal that was adopted, which is a proposal about shortage of medical devices, about also UDAMED rollout, and what was the last thing about IVD extension also. So this was a proposal that was mainly saying that if there is, they expect to have a shortage of medical devices, so the same manufacturer should inform the authorities in case there is a shortage. The second about UDAMED is the fact that mainly before we said that UDAMED should be mandatory as soon as every module will be available, which is now not the case anymore with this proposal, because it means that UDAMED can be mandatory per modules as soon as they are available and validated. And the third one about IVD. So IVD had a timeline with, you remember, the different classifications, etc. And now it's extended again, the same as MDR, again because they also find a risk of shortage. So it is meant that. So on the show notes you'll see all the announcement. One thing it says that it's adopted, but it will be published on the official journal. It doesn't say when. As soon as it's published on the official journal, then it can be implemented. But we have no date. Okay, next one. The European Medicine Agency has updated their question and answer about combination products between medical devices and medicinal products. So there are some great new questions. There are some revisions of previous questions and answers, and there are new questions. One of them is, for example, about co-packaged medical devices, class 1, class 2A, and medicinal products. For example, those spoons that you are putting inside those medicinal boxes, if they are delivered as in bulk by the manufacturers to the pharmacy, to the pharma company, to the big pharma mainly, and they are putting that inside. So should there be any labeling? Should there be any instruction for use, etc.? So the guidance or the question and answer provides some answers to it. But it says mainly that yes, you should have. So I will maybe send that to some of my customers just to tell them, guys, here is what is written. So maybe you have to change the strategies that you have planned before. So yeah, mainly there are a lot of question and answer about that. Also about, and it was a great question, because I was also thinking of that. I was thinking, yeah, when you have a combination product, as I've said, and it's a drug, you have to seek the opinion of a notified body. So now the point is that, okay, I seek the opinion of a notified body. I was able to then market my device. Now what? If I have a change of this device, should I again go to the notified body and seek his opinion? And the answer is it depends of the change that is happening, but most likely yes also. So this is also something that is really important to look at if you are a company that is, or a pharma company that mainly you are using some medical devices, or you are a medical device company that is supplying maybe to some pharma companies. It can be great to understand those kind of comparison and those kind of differences here. Okay, the EU is now issuing regulation, I don't know how they call it, an implementing act or something like that. Let me find out if there is a name. So there, no, they don't say the rules. They say Council adopts new rules about SoHo. SOHO. So what is SoHo? Substances of human origin. So mainly, if your medical device contains some substances of human origin, then these rules are applicable. Remember, just one thing. The EU MDR is not accepting that the substances of human origin that you have within your medical device is viable. It should be rendered non-viable, or derivative from it should be non-viable. So it means that yes, these rules are also applicable to medical devices if you are using some substances of human origin that are non-viable also. So I think it will be a great read for you also to understand what are the requirements that they are expecting from you, because yeah, there are some requirements, there are some information, that some rules to follow. So don't say that you don't know. You know, go to the show notes and try to find out if this is applicable to your product. So Italy is apologizing. They had some errors on their databases. You remember, well, as I said, with the date, the 26th of May 2024, you have maybe to update your certificate, MDD, AIMDD, and there was apparently some issues for the update or for the mention of the extension of the transition period. And now they apologize and say now it's corrected, the bug is fixed. So if you are selling in Italy and if you had some issues to update your information on the database, now you can go back again and try again. Okay, Ireland is providing a guidance about in-house devices, IVD in-house devices. So I remind you, because we'll talk about that just after also for other countries. In-house devices are in vitro diagnostic tests that are used in laboratories, but that are manufactured, if I can say, or mixed by the laboratories themselves. It's not like they are buying that and they are using that. No, they are making that by themselves. And there are some rules in the EU MDR or IVDR about that, mainly about the fact that these companies, this laboratory should have a kind of quality management system. They should follow some rules. They can use that only if it doesn't exist on the market. I mean, we have made some podcast episodes also about that, so if you want to check. But yeah, they are placing a guidance about it, and I think this guidance will be applicable to all European Union. I mean, it can help you if you are selling your device all over the European Union, but this is mainly important to understand that in-house devices are regulated within the EU IVDR. So you have to follow some rules. Next, there is a project. It's in an analysis phase actually. It's called the Combine Project. So what is that? The Combine Project is mainly something that I also thought about, because we had a lot of questions from our customers about if you have a product that goes through a clinical investigation, and this study is combining different legislation. Example, companion diagnostics that are combined with medicinal products, because you have to test both to verify that they are working, one thing. Or some medical devices that have some medicinal products also, and they are combined also. So a lot of things like that, where you are doing one clinical investigation for both, and then how are you managing that? Should you submit the medical device in one part, the medicinal product in the other part. Mainly it's how to work on that. So the idea here is that you have to, this is a project, so you have to read that to understand what are the questions that they will try to answer, what are the outcome of this analysis. So if you are planning to have some combination in clinical investigation or studies, then this is mainly something that maybe can answer your request. Okay, notified bodies now. So we have some news. Yeah, we have some new notified bodies, but first we have some surveys. I don't know why both surveys arrived at the same time. The first survey is from the European Commission. They made a survey result on the notified bodies, the eighth survey. I will not go through all the things. If you want to check, you can go there. There was no surprises, on the outcome, but it's good also to have this kind of situation. And we had again the same type of survey, but coming from the Team NB Association, Team Notified Body, which again updates information about the situation regarding notified bodies. So yeah, as said, it gives a lot of statistics, a lot of data, a lot of things. So check what you are really interested about and try to review that. Then we have 3 new notified bodies under MDR. So the first one, I think, the first one is MTIC Intercert from Italy. The second one is Kiwa Istanbul. So Kiwa are everywhere. Kiwa Italy, Kiwa, etc. Istanbul. Next is QMS Services GmbH in Austria. So you have 3 additional notified bodies. So congratulations to them. So I hope this will be helping you in case you are already with these notified bodies. So then you don't need to change. And second, helping also maybe to reach more people and reach more certificates or manufacturers to obtain their certificates. Okay, now a lot of changes or a lot of news from the UK. So the first news is about the UK on international recognition. So they talked about that a long time ago with their pathway for a regulatory pathway. They said that they will try to recognize international registrations. For example, CE is one of them, but also FDA registration or other registration that are all over the world. So mainly they are giving here some kind of proposed framework for doing that with some rules in terms of future implementation. So if you want to understand more about what can be possible in future, then you can read that. So it's the same as Switzerland. Switzerland has said, we'll maybe also accept FDA products. I didn't get any news about that now. But UK now is going on that way to say we are now outside of the European Union. So now we can also decide to accept products that maybe are not only CE marked from other regions, which is a good thing also. Okay, so next, UK is out of the European Union, so Brexit. So then what's happening now is that they decided November last year or the previous year that they had made a consultation about the new medical device regulation in the UK, and now they are explaining the timeline or some timeline about the implementation for that. They say that by spring 2024, so now, there will be some waves about the post-marketing surveillance, so implementation of post-marketing surveillance, and in 2025 there will be the final rules for the new medical device regulations in the UK. So remember also still UK said that they will accept medical devices under CE marking until 2030. So no need to rush, no need to do anything. If you are already CE marked, your product as is without any change can be going to the UK market. If you are outside of the UK, you just need a UK responsible person. Easy Medical Device is a UK responsible person, so contact us if you need that, but no need to rush to the UKCA, UKNI, UK whatever. You can go for now with the CE marking and just wait and see, because here it's more like it's always changing, so wait and see. So mainly this is the message. So UK is also providing a common specification for in vitro diagnostic. This is a proposal, so they ask you for your opinion. So if you are in the in vitro diagnostic business, in the UK. Then there is this proposal that is provided. So they are expecting, I don't have the date, so they are expecting maybe your information, but I don't know when. So please look on the show notes, check that. So it's always interesting to have those proposals, because then you know exactly what the UK plans to do. And if you are in the IVD business, then you know what maybe can happen to your device. So it's really important for you to read that and to provide your opinion. Don't say, I just follow what it says. No, it's a proposal, so it means that you can also say, no, I'm not agreeing with that, so please can you change this or change that. And maybe 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 makes a lot. So maybe a lot of other people have the same comment as you, and then can also help you to shape this common specification for in vitro diagnostic. UK is also placing information about how to report a counterfeit medical devices. So mainly if you identify a counterfeit medical device, the idea is that the UK MDR is providing you some tools on how to inform about that. So to maybe share the information, which device, what it is, etc. And where maybe you also did purchase it, because the idea here is to identify if there are some network of suppliers about some of those devices, and to also identify what kind of counterfeit method they have used for this type of device. I don't have myself seen a counterfeit product, so I don't know really how it looks like. For example, a counterfeit product that is really existing, and I see the other one, so I don't know if really there is some differences, but it's really dangerous. So it's just the fact that if this product is going on the market and it's counterfeit, we are not sure really what is inside, we are not sure how it is working, and it can really maybe damage the life of the person that using that. So report that and try to remember that this can be used with one member of your family. So if this is the case, maybe you will not be happy. So then it's better that if you find one, to report it, so that other people also will not be, use that if they are really dangerous. UK is also talking about artificial intelligence, and they talked about that since a long time. So now they have also, they are ready, if I can say, to implement the AI airlock. So the AI airlock is like a sandbox for artificial intelligence software, so that it will help the governments to test your device or your the software, and to then also understand more of how those kind of things are working. So if you want to help the government, or you are working on this artificial intelligence field, so you can go to the show notes, and this is called the AI artificial intelligence airlock, yeah, AI airlock. I hope I said it correctly. And they have planned a webinar on July 23rd to talk about that. So here they will maybe give you more information about this sandbox, how they implement that, and how it will be used, and how you can maybe support the government for that. Okay, so Easy Medical Device is also helping you to implement your electronic quality management system. So we have our own electronic quality management system called SmartEye. We've developed that with the company S-Cube Technologies. So I have made a video recently on YouTube just to show you how it looks like. So it's like, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes maybe, I don't know, where I show you each of the modules that we have inside and how it looks like. So it's really an overview. I'm not going through each detail one by one. I try just to navigate through each of the modules and explain that to you. So don't hesitate to go to see this video. It will be also on the show notes. And if you need any support, or if you need any, if you have any questions about this electronic quality management system, don't hesitate, contact me, and or just write me through my email address, info@easymedicaldevice.com, and we can organize the demo, or we can also discuss about that. So don't hesitate to contact me if you need any support about that. Okay, our website Medtech Conf is also providing a lot of conferences. So one that I selected, because there are a lot, so one that I selected actually is the International Medical Device Exhibition and Conference in Malaysia, the 10th and from the 10th to the 12th of December 2024. So yeah, it's a long, it's not today, not now, but just for you to know that there is this big conference in Malaysia about medical devices. So if you want, you can check on the Medtech Conf website to find some information, or you have also inside the Medtech Conf, you have the link to go directly to the website of the event and see if this is something that will be interesting for you. Okay, training. So we have our famous training, the Green Belt certification program. We just closed last week. We closed the training last week, but the participants are still, the exam is still open until end of this week. So the next session for June will be from the 24th to the 28th of June 2024. So don't hesitate to go to the website, to school.easymedicaldevice.com on the course section, and there will be the date. So maybe, I don't know if it will be appearing the day that I will be publishing this video, but if it's not, the next day it will be appearing. So go there and you'll see the new session about June 2024, and again we'll be looking at all the elements about EU MDR, from the classification, about clinical evaluation, technical file, UDAMED, UDI, what else again, economic operators, PRRC, the timelines, etc. So we look at everything. Just it's a big training with 5 days, not continuously. It's like every day we have 1 hour and a half live session, and the rest is self-paced with some quizzes, some assignments, etc. And at the end you have the exam. So it's not full 5 days, it's 1 hour and a half every day that we are spreading, and that we are providing information. And if you cannot attend one of the 2 sessions because you have some meetings or some other activities, we are recording that, so then you can access the recording of the session, and you will be also able to ask me any question during that moment. Okay, so go to the website, school.easymedicaldevice.com, to find the date and to register to enroll to this new course. We have also 2 additional courses that are self-paced, e-training. We have the first one about EU vigilance reporting, so where I give you an overview of how the vigilance reporting is working in Europe, where you can then put in place your process. And the second one is about audit readiness, how to get ready for an audit. So if you have never been part of an audit with a notified body or with a certification body or any auditor, this is helping you to prepare and to understand how it will be going. Because sometimes, for some people it's scary, because it's like, I never have done that, so let me understand how it will be working. So I try to explain to you that through this training also. So don't hesitate, go to the website school.easymedicaldevice.com. Okay, now news from all the world. So first we start with the US. The first guidance that we have, it's a webinar where we have also some guidance there. It's about the remanufacturing or servicing of medical devices. So this is answering the question what is the threshold, what is the limit where when you are doing a servicing, it's not anymore servicing, it's remanufacturing, because you are changing so many things inside that it's like you are redoing a new device from A to Z. So here, this is a guideline that is trying to explain that to you. And there is a webinar. I didn't also write the date. It's that 27th of June 2024. So 27th of June 2024, there is a webinar where mainly they will explain to you this. So I think this is an important thing if you have devices that are serviced by some third-party company, or maybe your people, the maintenance people that you are hiring, because maybe there will be some review of at which level they will consider, the US will consider that it's not anymore a service device, it's really a remanufactured device, and what are the consequences for you. So it's important for you to look at that. Next, there is a guidance also about use of patient-generated data. So mainly if you are to develop your device or your software, I suppose, if you are using patient-generated data, then mainly this is a guidance on what you can do and not do, and how you can work on that. They are providing some cases. So mainly the idea is for you to be compliant on the fact that you are using some patient data, and mainly what are the consequences for you and what are the guidance for you to do that correctly. So don't hesitate to check that on the show notes. Next, we talked before about in-house devices for IVD. Here we talk about laboratory developed tests. It's exactly the same as in-house devices for Europe. It's just called laboratory developed tests. So here they are defining the final rules in the US also for how to manage those laboratory developed tests. And is there a webinar? No, there is no. I mean, they had webinars, but I think we missed them. No, there is a webinar, 14th of. No, it's already passed. So so maybe there are. But the webinar, I think I tested that. The webinar, you can access it you can access it. So there is a replay because I think it's on YouTube. So mainly here you have the link where you can access the webinar. So if you want to understand more about what is this laboratory developed test, you can go on the links on the show notes and you can find out also what are the rules. When I read, the rules are nearly the same as the in-house devices. There are a bit some differences here, but nearly the same. So this is good because then we have a clear understanding for also the laboratories in the US that are developing the test by themselves for their own use. So here is the fact that you are developing that not for selling that, but for using it for you or for your activities. Then what are the rules? So here is mainly what is important to understand. That is there is the webinar, there is the frequently asked questions, and there is the press announcement. So these are the three things that are there. So try to go and check that. Next one, Australia. So Australia is also talking about in-house devices. So I don't know if this month is the month of in-house devices, but everybody wakes up about that. So here is again the requirements for those in-house devices in Australia. So again, they are providing a guidance about the regulatory requirement. I suppose, as I know a bit of Australia, they are, I suppose, following exactly the same as Europe, but I haven't read everything, so I don't know if there are some differences, but usually they are doing the same. They call it the same, in-house devices also, so maybe they have used the same rules also as the European Union. Next, Australia. So Australia, again, is providing also a guidance on boundary and combination products. So here it's a table with many devices or products and tells many, is this a medicinal product, is it a medical device, what is it exactly. So there is a list of, it's just a listing of products with a table with a lot of products, and then it tells you that. So what can be great is that you go there and you put Control F with your computer. I don't know in Mac if there is any other thing, maybe there is a button there. So, and then you find your device or the type of your device, and you see how it is considered in Australia if you are selling your device in Australia. If you are not selling your device in Australia, you can skip that. Okay, now Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia, they are always making a lot of webinars. I find it really amazing, and I participated to one that was last week. I don't remember that. It was clinical evaluation, and I find them really well. It's in English, but it's made by Saudi Arabia. And the one of the 6th of June, when is it? I don't know if this episode will be maybe planned for 6th of June, so I don't know. Then there is a webinar about biological evaluation. The only thing that I would really recommend Saudi Arabia to do is to make available the replay of those things. It's free of charge anyway, so for people that want to participate, they go there, they click, and they find and they can enter. But there is no replay, so if I miss this session and I was really interested, I didn't find any button for replay. And you can see when you go on this website, you can see all the previous sessions also, and you see that there are really some interesting topics, and it's free of charge, so it's great. So if you want to get a training about something that is can be helpful for you, so yeah, it's good to go. And some of the trainings that they are doing are also equivalent. I mean, the information provided are equivalent to what is done also in the European Union, but some of the training are also dedicated for Saudi Arabia, because they had, for example, a session about Saudi UDIDI, I mean, or Saudi DAMED, or Saudi something about UDAMED and UDIDI. So mainly they have created some rules also for them related to that. So these are, for example, things that are discussed on these webinars, but there is no replay. Nigeria is providing now also a guidance for how to register medical devices in Nigeria. So they talk about, there are 3 guidances. There are guidances about registration, so how to register, about labeling, what are the requirements regarding labelings in Nigeria, and advertising. So there are 3 guidances. So if you go on the show notes, there are 3 links where you can go get all those things. So if you are planning, or if you are already selling your device in Nigeria, these guidances, download them, place them on somewhere so that you can revisit and check if you need. It's draft regulation for the moment, but I don't know when they will be implemented. But here for the moment, what I see is that it's draft regulations. So I don't know exactly if they are when they are planning to really make them as real guidances. The only thing is that it's the same as the US. You know, the US, they are making a lot of draft guidances, and sometimes they are as drafts since many years, and everybody is using them. So at the end, you say, why are you not making them as final guidances? Yeah. So here is maybe the same. I don't know. Okay, CDSCO in India. There was an information about laboratory testing. So here they say mainly that some devices, unless I haven't seen any exception to be honest, but maybe I misread something. Some devices, or all devices, need to be tested within an Indian laboratory. So meaning that you have to send a sample to make the testing, and then if it is tested correctly, then you can be approved in the country. So here, as I said, I have no clue if there is some specific products or if there is some exception or if everything should be tested. Have to check. It was just a one-page document saying that we have to test that through laboratories, and India is always providing some laboratory lists that can be used. So mainly this is maybe the reason, but I don't know if it's new. I know that before also they were sometimes asking for that, but here it's like when I read it, it's like every product should be tested in India. But if you want to check and put that comment maybe somewhere and tell me what you think about that, so don't hesitate. So Malaysia is also providing a lot of guidances, and this time it's a guidance about change notification for when a product is already registered within Malaysian authority. So if you want to make some changes to this product, they give you also a guidance on how to do this change and how to mainly execute the change. So as I said, Malaysia is really providing a lot of guidances recently, so they are really making great job about writing them and providing support. So if you are selling in Malaysia, or if you plan, if you plan, it's not interesting for you because first it's for registered product. So if you are already selling your products in Malaysia, then try maybe to read that. Why? Because then it can be interesting to update or to mention that within your change control procedure within your quality management system, to mention if this product is sold in Malaysia, here is the process to inform the Malaysian authority, etc. So remember that all the guidances that I show to you, if it's applicable for you, maybe it can be interesting to gather some information from there to place them inside your procedures, so that your team also will be trained to these procedures first, and then will execute correctly what is required by the authorities. Hong Kong now. So Hong Kong is providing a guidance on local responsible person. So it's like European authorized representative, or UK responsible person, or Swiss representative. So mainly here it's for local responsible person. So who can be a local responsible person, what it should do, when you should have one, where it should be located, etc. So if you are selling your devices in Hong Kong, mainly this is something that you have to understand, that you need a local representative, which is really the case for everywhere, to be honest. But here it gives clear indication of what are their responsibilities and how you can select them mainly. So it's really important there. So take that also into account if you are going to Hong Kong. Lastly, we go to Singapore, which it was great, this one. It was about Singapore cybersecurity labeling. So you know that for medical devices, even in Europe, we are talking about cybersecurity, and we need to have some cybersecurity things. Here it's interesting because they have created a labeling for levels of cybersecurity. So here it's a level saying 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star with some things, and there is some specific logos or whatever. And check the guidance. And here it's like if you are at this level of cybersecurity, here is what you have to place, etc. So it's like what level you are. Is it really high level or low level? But maybe this can be inspiring also for Europe rules or whatever. I suppose you can use that also in Europe if you want. Like if you are 5 stars, so I want to show that I'm the best, so I put my 5 star on my product. But yeah, mainly it's not obligation in Europe there is no obligation for labeling in terms of cybersecurity. But here in Singapore there is. So you have then to check that if you are selling your device that has passed some cybersecurity testing, then you have to use those symbols or levels to then qualify your device. So don't hesitate to check that. Okay, now the podcasts. So this month, what we had on in May, we had the first podcast, so episode 283. We had the quality field service for medical devices with Michael Israel. Where we talked about servicing of medical devices, like machines or whatever. So how to do that, what are the requirements, the qualification of the people that are doing the servicing of that, and the quality data that you can also gather from it. So this is also important. I worked on this field also. I mean, I worked as a quality department, but I was in contact a lot with the servicing department. So then where we can gather a lot of information of, for example, which parts had most of the defects, etc. So then we can really improve also some products. So listen to this podcast if you want to know more about what are the requirements for that. Next is episode 284, how to select and evaluate your contract manufacturer with Keith Smith. So here mainly we talked about contract manufacturing, what are the best way to talk to them, to discuss with them. If they are bad, what you should do, should you just stop working with them and find another one, or you should really work with them to make them better. So this is mainly what Keith Smith was telling us. He is himself, or his company is himself is a contract manufacturer. So mainly here it can help you to understand how to deal with these kind of companies. Next is episode 285. Are you? This one is great with Vincent Cafizo. So are you a correction or corrective action or preventive action? So what do you prefer as actions? So here when we talk about CAPAs, for example, when should you open a correction, a corrective action, and when should you have a preventive actions? So Vincent provided a lot of great examples, some great examples to then make you really understand at which level, at which moment you need to open those kind of activities. So don't hesitate to check that if you have still some problems to understand corrections, corrective actions, or preventive action. This was really great. So I really advise you to look at that. And the last one is episode 286 with Amandine Broussier, who is an expert in usability, and we talked specifically about summative evaluation, and we talked about the common mistakes mainly that people are doing or notified bodies are identifying within summative evaluation. So remember, summative evaluation is for usability, where you have it's the final exam, final testing you are doing with your device to verify that people understand mainly your device and the instruction for use and everything, and that you can mainly sell your device all over the world without any problem. So check that also there. Okay, it was really a pleasure to provide you this regulatory update for the month of June 2024. So don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions. If you need any support for your quality and regulatory activities, also if you need an authorized representative in Europe, UK and Switzerland, if you need an electronic quality management system, if you need also somebody to do supplier audit for you, if you need somebody to manage your quality management system offshore also, don't hesitate to contact us. We can really help you for that. So contact me at info at easymedicaldevice.com. info@easymedicaldevice.com. Thank you very much.